And we're live for the Heat and Spurs game, the fourth game of the evening. I'm Coach Josh, and I'll be hosting today's event, or I should say this 3 or 4 o'clock game, 3 o'clock game. I don't know what time I'm on right now, so I'm supposed to be here at 2. Thankfully, Aaron doesn't cover me.
Heat Spurs.
All right, and we're off. San Antonio will control the tip.
Clock.
And both these teams having a pretty good season, considering all the different changes they've had throughout the year. And Miko starting out the game with a sweet 3-point shot, nothing but net. And he had a great 2-ball evening. He's one of the top shooters in the 2-ball tournament. And it's the last game of the season, and you wish you almost had a couple more games during the week, because you can see how these players, when they're in rhythm. Once again, back-to-back 3-pointers by Miko Sullivan. People just all getting used to playing on this carpet, and a 3, and looks like it's going to be a shooting show tonight. It looks like the Spurs are in a 2-3 zone. Ben Green takes it strong and just barely misses the layup. Trey Anthony also in the 2-ball contest.
Continuing his great 3-point performance for the season.
See if we'll get any other shot attempts besides 3, but hey, when you're hitting, no one can say anything. Should open up the floor to drive, make the defense more honest. But let's see if the Heat can really. They're going to need to reverse the ball quickly. And it's a great play by Trey, just a little bit off. Way to get into the zone. And Matt Cunningham, just a little bit off. Just toilet bowls a little bit, but slightly to the left.
Charlton Sullivan, that'll be his first foul, team first.
But the Spurs can hang their hat on this season that they beat some of the best teams in the league, and they didn't really have their whole team. So, whoa, that was Trey Johnson almost takes the head off of Jamal Sullivan with that pass. But thankfully, he's okay. Even his teammate wasn't expecting the pass through. Trey, he passes up the shot for a better shot, and 2 good shots. Everyone's getting good shots here. Except for that one, that was a little forced, but sometimes you just want to get a rep up, right? And Boxley throws it away.
It'll be Spurs ball.
Too high. Now, when you're in the zone, you do want to try to reverse the ball. Try to get the defense to where they're closing out, and you can attack those closeouts. And Ben Green really aggressive for this team. Ben Green just has basketball in his blood. Couldn't help but kid's been shooting 3s since he was in 2nd grade. And I'm sure, short most of his life. So when he got some size on him, it was game over. Already had the b-ball skills, IQ. Now he's got the athleticism. And Hines short on the shot again, or Davis short on the shot again. Doesn't have his signature headband. I don't know if that's a good luck charm or not. But he's just short on every shot.
Foul will be assessed to number 6, Jeremy Davis. That'll be his first foul, team first.
Great passing by the Heat, but okay. And Heat are making great plays to start the half off here. They are getting in, despite the fact that they're in a zone, they are getting in to those weak areas, and they're not really being affected much by it. And great three-point play by Anthony. Good to see him back. Of course, everyone's been off for a while, but if you missed your game before this, you've been off for even longer. And Green just a little short on that one. Not a lot of energy in the room right now. Let's see if Boxley can get his signature volleyball three-point shots going here. I believe the Heat are missing Shaquille Adams. I'm trying to think who else possibly. And the Heat can't really afford to get into foul trouble there, so they need to be smart with how they play defense. Like great setup. Trey Anthony and Mako Sullivan are eye to eye. They are setting each other up for shots. I love it. I'd love to see Boxley have a performance like he had at the beginning of the year. But he had some kind of accident where a dog bit his hand, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's been the same ever since that incident. But we know there's greatness in him. See, he just pulls up right here. Yes. Okay. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You shoot that shot. You shoot that. He's got it. He deserves the respect of them coming out on him there, but at this point, I think the Spurs got to think if they're going to stay in a zone. Hits a three. But the Spurs also, not with much of a bench, may also be thinking they want to try to stay out of foul trouble, and the zone might be the best way. Good shot by Trey getting in there deep in the zone. And it looks like Gerald Duckworth is in the game now. I didn't even see him come in. Good to see him there. And Matt Cunningham adds to the three-point barrage of today. Matt has the posture of a J.J. Redick type player, I feel like. He's really unselfish, though.
He prefers assists to shots.
Right. I don't feel like I've ever really seen him, but when play his potential. But he's got so many other good players. He'd rather have opportunities.
Yeah, he's been like that his whole life. He plays extremely unselfishly, even when we were kids.
Yeah. And Sullivan knocks down the second one. See if they'll give some Gerald Duckworth some room to move there. And it looks like it's going to be Heat ball. Looks like it was tipped off Duckworth. Again, great shooting performance really by both teams here, but the Heat have the upper hand. Jamil got caught with that. It's always that one carpet dribble. Gets away from you there. And great, strong drive by Octavius Davis. Boxley pulling up, and just a smooth criminal on that shot there. Coming in their house and just shooting over the whole zone defense here. I mean, Spurs are going to have to play a little bit more better D if they're going to have a chance to win this game. According to the poll taken today, the Spurs are favored to win.
Foul will be assessed to number 30, Miko Sullivan. That'll be his first foul, team second. That'll be a turnover.
And we got a turnover here. It's going to go to the Heat. And let's see what we have going on here. Trey with the great split to the basket. And really, you need to be very dangerous off the catch. You should be able to catch and shoot 0.6, 0.7 seconds. You should be able to catch and drive. Reading your defender as you catch the ball is any dangerous player knows the importance of this. And Sullivan just taking the 2-3 to the zone, and they're just really getting in here whenever they want to. There's no really penetration being stopped. And Sullivan knocks down another free throw. If you've ever got a chance to see Sullivan play in any of the other games, he's got just an athletic player. He's one of those guys that you should be a little afraid when you play against him. He's got a killer instinct. Davis, way to see the lane.
And Davis all the way.
Gets the foul and still finishes it. A little trash talking between Davis and Anthony, it looked like. Now Anthony wants a little. Great pull-up again by Miko, just a little long. As the saying goes, good shooters shoot long. Or I should say when they miss, they shoot long. If you are always left to right and short on your shot, probably not a good shooter. And if you just make it in your mind that you're always going to miss long if you're going to miss, you give yourself more opportunity to get that shooter's roll or bounce. When you shoot short, you never get that. So your percentages go way up when you always make sure you have enough on the ball when you shoot it. And Cunningham with another three-pointer, just looking smooth off the catch and shoot. Brings his team within 3. And now the Spurs are making it difficult for the Heat to penetrate now.
Foul will be assessed to number 6, Jeremy Davis. That'll be his third foul.
Didn't really see Jeremy Davis move very much.
Sullivan.
I'm not really sure. They saw maybe it was because it was some contact. But if they're going to call that down there, they need to call the one when Octavius got fouled going to for a layup there. And again, Sullivan gets another couple free throws. I think he's got at least 6 points in free throws. And good players know how to get to the line and earn those points. And Sullivan just wraps him up. Great defense forcing Duckworth to turn over the ball. And they're setting a lot of down screens for Miko, trying to get him open. That right side, or that coming off the downswing outside is always going to be the most difficult for a right-hand shooter, because you got to torque your body completely around to get a line.
That'll be out of bounds. It'll be
26-29, 5 minutes left to go here. Pretty high-scoring game, and Trey Anthony is great cut to the basket. Then to Anthony. Oh, and he just can't get it to fall. Matt just feeling it today. He's short on the shot, but he's feeling confident. And Anthony misreads Miko's direction, tries to throw it ahead to him to try to get him some momentum, but throws it behind his back.
And showtime! It's a layup. Charlie Sullivan.
We were all hoping that he was going to poke that one, but
It's too early.
safety first, too, you know?
You're not going to risk it only up by 3.
Great anticipation by Boxley. Ben Green slightly short on that shot. And they're finding Trey Anthony for these easy
And great pass from Harry Bosby.
outlet.
Anthony. And it'll be a timeout.
And I love the momentum
Assist to the
the
Heat.
Heat have right now. We'll be right back after this timeout, folks. Stay tuned. All right, we're back, folks. Spurs have possession of the basketball. And a great catch and shoot shot by Ben Green. Really been the main scorer today for the Spurs. But they're going to need a little bit more help from Octavius Davis and the rest of the team. And there we go, Boxley with another NBA three-point shot. And
Harry Bosby from deep.
they're really making the Spurs have to decide what they're going to give up. And Boxley picks Ben Green's pocket after just hitting a three. Two great back-to-back plays. And Sullivan is caught with his foot on the line.
Whole foot was outside.
I think that might have been a dunk if he would have been able to be in bounds, but
Slip it inside.
good thought. It happens. And let's see if Duckworth can get one going. And he's short on the shot. And I believe that's going to be Spurs basketball.
It is 36-28 with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first half. The Heat have the lead. Can they maintain it, or will the Spurs come back? We have 2 minutes to find out.
And it looks like Couldn't tell there if the Spurs had gone away from the zone or not.
And one.
But great transition play by the Spurs. I think that's maybe something they need
Foul
to
assistant number 30, Miko Sullivan.
try to do to
That'll
maybe
be
get back in this
his
game.
second foul. Team 30.
Gerald didn't know the foul was on.
Gerald
He started walking away.
And, can't get it to go. Slightly to the right, toilet bowls around the rim. And that's too much space to really give Boxley.
Arian Cosby.
He's proven, he's proven he can shoot that in this game alone. And Spurs just really scrapping for every point right now.
Way to work.
Every point seems difficult for them. But they're hanging in there. They're only down by a few. If they can get one bad stretch by the Heat and get one good stretch for themselves, then they'll be back in it here. Great hit deflection by Trey Anthony. Boxley is really feeling it, and it might be one of those games for him. Ten seconds left here. Looks like the Spurs are going to held for the last shot. Ben Green pulls up, and that will be the half, folks. 32-39. Miami are in the lead. We'll be right back in a few moments with the second half. All right, we're back, folks, and it's been an exciting game so far. Great shooting performances by both teams. And we're going to see who's going to make the adjustments here. I think one key would be the Spurs being able to get a little bit more points out in transition. Their half-court offense hasn't been the best.
Foul be assistant number 6.
And it looks like there
Jeremy
is.
Davis, that'll be his 4th foul.
And
Team first.
Davis has 4 fouls just starting the beginning of the game here. And he hits two of the free throws. Turnover by Davis. And Spurs have abandoned their 2-3 defense. I think it was Boxley turning the ball over there. He was trying to hit Anthony. Bosby. Not Boxley? Oh, sorry, Bosby.
I don't think Boxley's on this.
Foul be assistant number 2.
Boxley. It's not Boxley.
Darian Bosby.
Well,
That'll be his
because
first
last
foul.
season,
Team
Boxley
first.
and Bosby were both on those Bucks.
Is that where I'm getting at?
Yeah, and I think that's what.
And Octavius Davis lays it up and in.
Great, just bullies Miko down low. Great shot by Octavius Davis. He's just so strong there. He's really hard to
And
stop.
Jalen Sullivan gets all the way.
But Jones Sullivan allowed to go to his right.
And that'll be a traveling violation, guys.
And
It'll be Debo.
great play by Jalen Sullivan to get the travel. I thought they were going to call him for a foul, but he just caused the player to travel. Sullivan's just feeling it, gets right around, stuck with, sets up Bosby. And Bosby is, you don't want him to get into rhythm, but he's still continuing to get open shots, and he's probably 50% right now.
Foul is
Davis
his
really
third.
taking
Eagles
control
zone. That'll be
of
his third foul, team second.
the weaker defenders on him down low, drawing the foul. Gets the first free throw.
Team second.
Spurs are just battling, but they can't come up with the rebound. And it looks like
And he's by himself. Lays it up and in.
Jamal Sullivan gets out in the break, completes the fast break here. Ben Green with a sweet
And Ben
pullback
Green in your face.
right in Michael Sullivan's face. Trey with his own pull-up, short. I don't know if it was possibly tipped. Trey over Trey.
And Trey Anthony floats it up and over. Gets it to go.
Trey over Trey for the shot. And I just love the confidence to be able to shoot over the bigger person.
And that'll be an offensive foul.
And Gerald Duckworth gets the offensive foul. Another turnover for him. Hope he's okay. He looks like he might be hurt.
Third foul.
He's grimacing. Again, they can't really afford to bring in Jeremiah right now. Good, how you been?
Good. That's a fast charger.
Thank you.
Spurs looking to see if they can get something in this half court. It's just been a struggle. And good thought there, just couldn't thread the needle. Matt Cunningham almost comes up with it, but he throws it away off the top of the roof here. Great effort.
And Octavius Davis with this up layup inside.
Where's your foot?
And Gerald Duckworth with another turnover. And this is really costing the Spurs the game right now.
Timeout.
It's taking all the momentum out of the Spurs there. And this isn't typical, of course. It gets in your head a little bit when you're just making these mistakes here. But it looks like there's some kind of confrontation going on with the Heat bench here. Not sure what happened. There's an argument of how people should be playing on the defense, but we got Trey Anthony come together. They're just all competitors. Sometimes you got really competitive guys, you got different ways of doing stuff, but they're up right now, so they just need to get on the same page and they can win this game. Sean Anthony is probably the most selfish guy. He probably doesn't get as many touches as he should, and it's because he's got to depend on people feeding him. So, but he needs to be utilized, and even if it means you get him hot to where they're doubling him down low, that means even better shots for the offense when he kicks it out. So you got to have a balance of inside outside. We got a lot of sideline coaching going on this evening. And I think that Johnson might have tipped that. Miko with a strong drive, just can't get it to drop. And Spurs are in transition, but great deflection by Bosby. And let's see, Sullivan with Johnson on him, and he just can't pull it off. Matt pulls up. Just a little bit short, but he does need to take those shots for his team to get back in the game here. Again, Spurs are without Chris Green and they're without Micah Bradford. And who else did you say?
And Jeremy Davis.
He's the other one.
Knocks it down for Duke.
And Davis gets a three-point shot finally. If he gets hot, this is going to be really, really good for the Spurs. And Bosby, not known for driving usually, gets to the basket. I think of Bosby's game, he sort of has the posture of a Damon Stoudemire. What a great play by Jamal Sullivan. It was just really a matter of time before he got one of those. So many almost fast breaks. And Octavius Davis taking advantage of the mismatch there.
It's the 2 to go. The score is 50-45. He lead by 5 with 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. And the Spurs get the advantage.
Miko's taking them all the way, and he gets the end one. Great drive by Miko Sullivan. Wasn't quick, he just pretty much kept the defender on his hip the whole time and got enough contact where they felt like it was a foul. A great three-point play there.
That is his first, team fourth.
Again, remember, Jeremiah Hines has 4 fouls, so he's got to be very careful on defense. Of course, if I was the Heat right now, I'd be probably attacking him if I could. Thought Miko should have hit his brother on that one. He did have a mismatch. And Trey rejects the shot, pulls up, usually his signature shot there. Just a little short. And great job by the Heat to break up that play. Spacing really wasn't there. Sean Anthony and Jamal just not on the same page right now.
And Octavius Davis makes his layup.
A dispute about, I think, the shot selection. And it looks like there's going to be a technical foul
Technical foul says the number 0, Sean Orton.
on Sean Ort for cursing, I believe.
I think so.
So, again, he's just
Either
really
that or
frustrated
it's
with his own team right now.
Either that or it's just like a general aggression. He did
Right.
something.
But than that, he hit the first one, missed the second.
You can't get the ball after a technical. Don't they get the ball? You get the ball back after a technical, don't
And
you?
the Spurs will have the ball back.
Cool, because he was arguing. And
Well,
I
they
know he
should.
can obviously hear me.
Oh, maybe it's because of what the technical was for. They got
Oh,
it.
okay.
But he need to keep their composure here and get on the same page.
And Miko Sullivan turnaround. Fader's good.
Great turnaround by Miko Sullivan. And they're going to call a blocking foul on
Foul against us, the number 1, Trey Anthony. That'll be his first foul, team 1.
Great setup and gets the shot. Great setup by Ben Green to Davis. It's good to see Davis getting hot right now. They need his shooting. Moxie's pushed behind, or Duckworth got caught pushing Ort behind in the back. Don't know if he had a chance to even get the rebound, but Miko attacking off the catch, just didn't have any room to do anything there. And let's see if the pass, great pass by Davis.
Jeremy Davis.
Again, they I have to respect him being able to shoot there, but he took advantage of it by being able to create a play
Spurs
for
have a run.
Ben Green. We've got a tight game here, folks. And what a great step back.
Darian Bosby.
Bosby.
Step back. Boom.
Bosby having a great game today. Defensively and offensively. And
Foul is assessed to number 23.
I
Octavius Davis.
I mean, I don't feel like I understand what they're saying. He pushed possibly a little bit, but it wouldn't have mattered. It wasn't like he was going to get the steal. And Jamel just getting strong there. It's the rebound and putback. Spurs look a little tired right now coming up the court. And great feed.
And
Davis.
Davis. Way down low. It's another one to go. Puts it to 2 points.
Davis Davis having a good game well in the post. And Jamel just can't pull it off. It's an awkward shot there. Oh.
And Trey Anthony with the floater.
And Spurs being very careless with their possessions right now. They're gonna take, when they look back at this game, they're gonna look at their turnovers, and it's really why they probably they're still in the game, but that's why they're struggling. Great
Get it down to the nitty-gritty.
57-61 with 3 minutes left to go here. Spurs are going to have to step. Really the best percentage shot if you're going to do a step back is going to be probably dribbling to your left. If you're a right-hand shooter, dribbling to your left and then pulling up, because
Foul will be assessed to number
You will be
0.
shot a line to the basket.
That'll
When
be
you
his
drive to
second
your
foul.
right and your right hand shooter, you're having to torque your body more to get that
Sorry,
shot.
team fifth.
And looks like they're not counting that free throw. They said that Davis went over the free throw line. So there's a lot of, it is what it is. I don't see that called a lot, but if it was, it was. Miko short on that shot. Trey Johnson secures the rebound. Great setup by Trey Johnson to Gerald Duckworth. And
The clutch basket.
we get a clutch shot by Gerald Duckworth, putting them only down by 1. Oh, it's tied. I'm sorry. Gerald needed that one to get some confidence. And I don't know if that was meant to be an assist, but he will get it. And that puts the Spurs up for the lead for the first time with 1 minute left to go. They have really dug deep here to get themselves back in the game. And it's a little bit unbelievable that they came back based on the turnovers they had.
I believe it.
And Trey Johnson with the rejection. Well, let's see how they do with this last half here. They just need to get good perspective. 19 seconds on the shot clock. They got plenty of time. They're being patient. And that's what they want right there, just point blank range, but 30 seconds left to go here. Let's see what happens.
All right, guys. 20 on the shot clock. 24 on the regular clock. 2-point game. It is 63-61. It's going to come down to these final possessions.
And Davis reaches in on Sullivan.
To be assessed to number 23, Octavius Davis. That'll be his third. Team 7, they are now in the 1-1.
We are in 1-1 now, folks, so it might be a costly
Maybe
turn
it's
foul. Is it good? No. Nothing I have to worry about? No. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. You're going to say how
And he brings it
the
to
Bulls
the
are
1
going
game.
to lose the Celtics today?
Spurs lead by 1.
Are you going to say your prediction? And we are tied up, folks. Timeout, Spurs. And we'll be right back with you with 13 seconds left to go in the second half here. We're tied. And we're back, folks. 63-63, 13 seconds left to go here. It's going to come down to a last shot to see who's going to win this
I
game.
have a song request for you after this game, Aaron.
We do want to give a special shout out to Devin Hall if you're out there. This is a special request from the Bulls team. Devin Hall, we're praying for you. We hope that you have a quick recovery. And hope to see you playing out there. And Latavius Davis just gets the... And there's a... I don't know if the point doesn't count or not, but...
It should count.
Okay. They're going to take it out of bounds.
And time will be assessed to the Heat.
And they gave him the 2 seconds back on the clock.
And they're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock here, so we got 9 seconds back. The point will count. But I don't know, is this considered like a referee timeout, or did someone take a timeout?
No, it says that the Heat don't have any left. So
Okay, so
that would have to be a conversation.
good time to take one, I guess. You got to set up something. But I would probably get some type of situation where you can get Jamel Sullivan going to the hoop to either get fouled or get the layup. There hasn't been anyone there to stop him. Here we go. 7 seconds left here. And looks like they said that Ben Green fouled Boxman.
Ben Green.
And that's all they needed.
That'll be his first foul. Teammate.
So we might be going into overtime here if Bosby can knock down these 2 free throws. A lot of pressure. And he misses, and that's going to be the game, folks. And again, we want to thank you all for watching. Again, Devin Hall, if you're out there, want to know that we're praying for you. And the Bulls have dedicated this next game to you. And so I am also the head coach of the Celtics team that they're playing against. So I'm going to pray that they lose, but I just want you to know I'm praying for your recovery, though, buddy. And peace be with you. We hope that you have a good recovery. And that's the game, folks.